and continue and finish up domain 4.5. So we're going to talk about file integrity monitoring, or FIM. This is going to be a security process that monitors and detects changes in files that may indicate a cyber attack. So what FIM does, guys, it's going to monitor essential system files that shouldn't be changed, okay? So you have to configure FIM. You have to fine tune it, right? Because if you just deploy FIM, you're like, alert us for any file change. Well, we have working documents in our environment, right? We have spreadsheets, docs are going to be changed. So FIM is a security process that will alert us when sensitive information gets changed. So the benefit is we can have that early detection when a user or malicious threat accesses a document or any files within our enterprise. Network access control. So at a high level, network access control just describes a security solution that enforces policy-based access control to network resources. So this is like when we deploy Radius 802.1x. We have supplicants that are trying to get authenticated by our AAA server. That's network access control, where if they don't have the right certificate, if their MAC address isn't in the map, if they're not being authenticated using Radius or .1x to our Cisco identity services engine, they're not going to get network access. They're not going to be put in the right VLAN. They're not going to get an IP address. So network access control just defines the architecture you use to make sure that you have port-based security and also policy-based access to the network resources. Okay, we have EDR and XDR. So EDR and XDR are security solutions designed to detect, investigate, and respond to threats on endpoints and across various security layers. So EDR and XDR, they accomplish the same goal. Okay, with EDR, they focus on endpoints only. It's like agent-based, right? It's just on that single endpoint. It provides real-time monitoring for that single endpoint and alerts back maybe to a centralized server, and also allows for advanced remediation. Okay, playbooks, runbooks in there. XDR, extended detection and response, kind of goes beyond endpoints. It integrates multiple security products into a cohesive security operation to give us kind of that single pane of glass, whether that be detecting stuff in the cloud, on our endpoints, on our servers, potentially network infrastructure, to detect, analyze, and respond to threats. So do choose one or the other. It kind of just depends on what you're focusing on. If you want specific protection on an endpoint and just solely focusing on the endpoint, you go with EDR. If you kind of want a more scaled out version of it that integrates a lot more things, that gives you more of a single pane of glass, you're going to go with XDR. User behavior analytics, or UBA, something that we can apply to a lot of different things: our SIEM, our SOAR, our EDR, XDR, our DLP, our antivirus, our IDS systems, our next generation firewalls. This just describes how we leverage machine learning and analytics to establish normal patterns of behavior and to detect, alert, and potentially have our systems respond to anomalies or abnormal behavior. So UBA systems analyze historical data to establish a baseline of normal activities and identify deviations that may indicate potential security incidences. So benefits, it's going to do what you can't do, because you can't sit and monitor every single flow of network traffic, every single consumption of compute resources. It's going to help you in detection of insider threats and early detection and compromised accounts, data exfiltration. What is the cons? If it's not tuned correctly, or if it's kind of fed bad information, like let's say you established normal behavior when you had an influx of users that were onboarding and maybe doing a lot of downloads, whatever the case may be, it may not detect properly. So it's kind of like an ongoing process of creating that normal pattern of behavior that we have to be cognizant of as cybersecurity professionals. Okay, let's go ahead and do our domain 4.5 quiz. Okay, question 1. What is the primary purpose of file integrity monitoring in enterprise security? So it's going to be A, to monitor and prevent unauthorized changes to critical system files and configurations, right? FIM is all about system files, okay? Question 2, what is the primary benefit of using endpoint detection and response or extended detection and response in an enterprise cybersecurity strategy. So they both are going to, again, they kind of accomplish the same thing. They just kind of are architectured out different. It's to provide comprehensive threat detection, investigation, and response capabilities. Some people in the cybersecurity field say that XDR is the future, and they're right, because it integrates a lot more information. It's kind of more capable, but they are there for the same purpose, the same goal, right? To provide threat detection, investigation, and response remediation capabilities. Question 3. What is the main function of data loss prevention technology in an enterprise environment? That's going to be to stop data exfiltration, right? So to monitor, detect, and block sensitive data from being leaked or transmitted outside the organization. Question 4. What is the primary purpose of implementing user behavior analytics in cybersecurity? C. So we're going to go with C, to analyze user activities and detect anomalies that may indicate security threats. Question 5. How does network access control enhance an organization's network security? That's going to be C, by restricting network access based on compliance with security protocols. So again, this is going to enforce our port-based security, enforce security policies, and ensure that we're using AAA protocols, Radius, TACX, and also .1x, and certificate-based to actually allow users to get authenticated and authorized on our network.